The depths of the ocean have long been a realm of mystery and strategic competition. Submarines, with their ability to operate stealthily beneath the waves, pose a unique challenge to naval dominance. China, a rising maritime power with global ambitions, understands this challenge all too well. In recent years, Beijing has embarked on a bold plan to control the undersea domain, developing capabilities designed to neutralize the submarine threat and reshape the balance of power in the Asia-Pacific region. This essay explores China's evolving anti-submarine warfare strategy, examining its key elements, implications, and the potential responses from the United States and its allies. China's focus on anti-submarine warfare is driven by both ambition and insecurity. On the one hand, Beijing seeks to secure its maritime claims in the East and South China Seas, areas crucial for resource extraction, trade, and strategic depth. On the other hand, China's leadership is acutely aware of the vulnerability of its long coastline and dependence on maritime trade. Submarines, particularly those operated by the United States Navy, represent a potent threat to China's maritime interests, capable of disrupting sea lines of communication, conducting reconnaissance, and even launching strikes against mainland targets. At the heart of China's strategy lies a broader ambition to achieve maritime dominance in the Western Pacific. This ambition is enshrined in Beijing's concept of offshore waters defense. China has invested heavily in modernizing its navy, developing capabilities to counter traditional naval threats. This includes creating a layered defense network. The network makes it difficult for submarines to operate in waters vital to Chinese interests. China has adopted a joint approach integrating its Air Force, Rocket Force, and Strategic Support Force. This strategy, known as Joint Blockade, leverages capabilities across multiple domains. Key elements include long-range reconnaissance, anti-ship ballistic missiles, and undersea warfare. China's surveillance network provides unprecedented situational awareness. Anti-ship ballistic missiles like the DF-21D and DF-26 are game-changers. These missiles can strike ships at sea with great accuracy. China is also investing in undersea warfare capabilities. These include unmanned underwater vehicles, sea mines, and sensor networks, designed to detect and neutralize adversary submarines near China's shores. China's anti-submarine warfare strategy extends beyond the physical domains of sea, air, and land, encompassing the digital realms of cyberspace and space. Beijing recognizes that information dominance is crucial for success in modern warfare, including anti-submarine warfare, and has invested heavily in developing capabilities to disrupt, degrade, and deny adversary access to critical information networks. In cyberspace, China's strategy focuses on targeting adversary command and control systems, communication networks, and sensor platforms. Chinese cyber actors have been linked to numerous cyber espionage campaigns targeting defense contractors, research institutions, and government agencies involved in anti-submarine warfare research and development. By stealing sensitive data, inserting malicious code, and conducting denial-of-service attacks, China aims to blind its adversaries, disrupt their operations, and gain a decisive advantage in the undersea domain. In space, China's strategy centers on developing and deploying a range of counter-space capabilities, including anti-satellite weapons, directed energy weapons, and electronic warfare systems. These capabilities could be used to target adversary satellites that provide critical support for anti-submarine warfare operations, such as communications, navigation, and early warning. By degrading or destroying these satellites, China could significantly hamper adversary anti-submarine warfare efforts, making it more difficult for them to detect, track, and target Chinese submarines. Choke points and showdowns, the first island chain. China's ASW strategy is particularly focused on controlling key maritime choke points in the Western Pacific, particularly those within the so-called first island chain. This chain of islands, stretching from Japan in the north to the Philippines in the south, represents a natural barrier to China's access to the wider Pacific Ocean. For China's Navy, breaking through this chain is seen as essential for securing its maritime interests and projecting power further afield. The Miyako Strait, located between the Japanese islands of Okinawa and Miyakojima, is a key choke point within the first island chain. This strait is a vital waterway for Chinese naval vessels transiting between the East China Sea and the Pacific Ocean. In recent years, China has increased its naval activity in the Miyako Strait, conducting exercises and deployments that have raised concerns in Tokyo and Washington. Another potential flashpoint is the Senkaku Diaoyu Islands, a group of uninhabited islands in the East China Sea claimed by both China and Japan. These islands are located near important shipping lanes and potential undersea gas reserves, making them strategically significant for both countries. China's Coast Guard has maintained a near-constant presence around the Senkaku Diaoyu Islands, asserting its claims and challenging Japanese control. Countering the Dragon, the U.S. response. The United States, long the dominant naval power in the Pacific, is not standing idly by as China seeks to assert its maritime dominance. Washington recognizes the threat posed by China's growing ASW capabilities and has undertaken a range of initiatives to counter them. Key elements of the U.S. response include maintaining a robust undersea presence and enhancing ASW capabilities. The U.S. Navy continues to deploy a significant number of submarines to the Pacific. This includes Los Angeles-class and Virginia-class attack submarines, as well as Ohio-class guided missile submarines. These submarines provide the U.S. with a credible undersea deterrent and the ability to conduct a wide range of missions. The U.S. Navy is investing heavily in modernizing its ASW capabilities, fielding new sensors, weapons, and platforms. This includes developing new generations of sonar systems, torpedoes, and unmanned underwater vehicles. The U.S. is also strengthening alliances and partnerships in the region. This includes conducting joint exercises, sharing intelligence, and providing capacity-building assistance to partners like Japan, Australia, and India. Alliances and partnerships, the importance of collaboration. Given the vastness of the Pacific Ocean and the complexity of ASW, the United States cannot hope to counter China's undersea challenge alone. Recognizing this, Washington has placed a renewed emphasis on strengthening alliances and partnerships in the region, fostering cooperation and interoperability among like-minded navies. Japan, with its own advanced ASW capabilities and a shared interest in countering Chinese assertiveness, has emerged as a key U.S. partner in this effort. The two navies conduct regular joint exercises, share intelligence, and are exploring new areas of cooperation in ASW research and development. Similarly, Australia, with its growing submarine fleet and strategic location in the South Pacific, has become an increasingly important partner for the United States. Beyond traditional alliances, the United States is also seeking to build closer ties with other countries in the region with an interest in maintaining maritime security, such as India, Vietnam, and the Philippines. These partnerships, while still developing, hold the potential to enhance regional ASW capabilities and complicate China's efforts to dominate the undersea domain. The Law of the Sea, navigating troubled waters. China's ASW strategy, with its focus on controlling key maritime choke points and asserting expansive maritime claims, has raised concerns about its commitment to international law, particularly the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS. China is a signatory to UNCLOS, which guarantees the right of innocent passage through territorial waters and exclusive economic zones. However, Beijing has interpreted certain provisions of UNCLOS in ways that have raised concerns among other maritime nations. For example, China has asserted that its historic rights in the South China Sea supersede the provisions of UNCLOS, a claim rejected by an international tribunal in 2016. The United States and its allies have called on China to abide by its obligations under UNCLOS and to resolve maritime disputes peacefully through dialogue and diplomacy. However, China's continued assertiveness in the maritime domain raises questions about its willingness to adhere to international norms and its commitment to a rules-based order at sea. Conclusion: the future of maritime power. China's pursuit of ASW capabilities integrated into a broader strategy of joint blockade represents a significant challenge to the existing maritime order in the Asia-Pacific region. Beijing's efforts to control the undersea domain, if left unchecked, could have profound implications for regional security, potentially undermining the ability of the United States and its allies to operate freely in the Western Pacific. The competition for undersea dominance in the Asia-Pacific is likely to be a defining feature of great power competition in the 21st century. The United States, while still possessing the world's most capable navy, can no longer take its maritime superiority for granted. Countering China's undersea challenge will require a sustained commitment to maintaining a robust undersea presence, enhancing ASW capabilities, strengthening alliances and partnerships, and upholding a rules-based order at sea. The future of maritime power in the Asia-Pacific hangs in the balance. How this competition unfolds will have profound implications for the region and the world.